Recording.
You recording?
Yeah, recording.
All right. Hey, Command F5, we're going to turn off voiceover real quick. All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is L.A. Williams, and this is the Orange Roundtable session. I got my main man,
Tony from Dealer Synergy. How's everybody doing?
Absolutely. And I also have the awesome
Naima Moore. What's going on, y'all?
So we're just sitting around having a conversation about our Dealer Synergy script, right? Everybody's familiar with the script. There's a line that says, "Great news, that vehicle's definitely available," right?
Mhm.
We've all heard it before, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because, for a new car, right, the vehicle's definitely available. Why? Because you can get it, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be on my lot to be available. Is that true?
True.
100%, right?
100%.
However, there are times where there are some extenuating circumstances. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. Like, so here's the situation. What I say is, I'm never going to knowingly lie to a customer, right? If somebody's coming from an hour away, they're asking me if the vehicle's available because they want to test drive it, whatever the case may be, I'm going to let them know, hey, yes, the vehicle's definitely available. Now, if they're asking me if it's here or not, that's an entirely different conversation. So let's say if a customer does want to know if a specific vehicle is here. Let's say they're asking about the 2020 Kia Telluride. They want the SX and they want it in moss green, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I had Kia Telluride here. I have it in SX, but it's not in moss green. Well, I'm going to let the customer know that. Well, let me ask you, Mr. Customer, what's more important to you? Is that it's an SX or that it's in moss green? Right. So what I did was I took their two quote unquote needs and I divided them and put them on each side of the line. So, ma'am, sir, you got to pick, right? And they're like, well, I really wanted to be an SX, but I really wanted in green also. Okay, well, I can tell the SX is important to them. So I might break it down. Hey, here's the deal. We actually have an SX here on our lot for you to, take a spin in. And if you want the green, we can actually deliver the vehicle directly to your home or office if we decide, that this is exactly what you want. Does that make sense? I mean, talk a little bit about that, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to echo really what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use your example. See, we have a customer looking to travel over an hour for a vehicle that might be a little exotic. I mean, what I would say is first, look, because we have dealer locate, sir or miss, if it exists within 500-mile radius, I can get it for you. Now, that being said, let's find out what's more important, what the most important thing to you about the vehicle, right? Because we know availability is no longer important. Right. And because we've already established that even though I'm an hour or so away, you still address the need. You address an interest in, the stock of vehicles that we do have.
Mm-hmm.
So you're willing to come down. We have to create the value. We have to create the sense of urgency. We have to find out what your wants, wishes, and expectations are. And again, build the value in the experience that you'll come down to take a look at the vehicle, because that's, of course, one of the first steps. We can't there's no purchase if they're not in your, establishment to take a look at your vehicle. So,
absolutely. And there's no magic bullets, right? It's not like you're going to say this thing and it's going to work all the time for every person, right? There's going to be different situations. So there's also, times, let's say if I'm a little uncomfortable with the whole dividing the options the way LA did, well, then I'm going to let the customer know, great news, that vehicle is definitely available. And if they press me on it, I might have to tee up, right? Because maybe someone who's more experienced should handle something like that. Naima, do you have any kind of examples, anything you can kind of talk about to explain what we're saying?
Recently I was at a dealership and actually one of our clients, and while we were there, I was looking at the Ascent. It's a third row, and that's something I eventually want to get, when my time comes to trade in or whatever. I love white cars. Anyway. So they had one that was, so with the Ascent, with the third row, you can either get it with the bench in the middle or with the captain's chairs. So the white one on the lot was the one with the bench, and it was actually cloth interior, and I'm partial to leather.
Right.
So when I saw it, it was kind of like, oh, okay, this is nice, I guess. It's cute. And then right next to it was a red one, and opened it. It had the captain's chairs. It was leather interior, and I was just like in love. It was almost as if they were two different vehicles. Like, it was just kind of like, I didn't even acknowledge the fact that it was the same car. It was kind of like, oh yeah, this is nice. I like this about it, like that about it, regardless of the fact that it's the same car, just different,
Options.
options, than the previous one. It was kind of like, oh yeah, this is what I want.
Yeah, absolutely. And so how did you feel? So you said you got in the other one, you was like, if you were taking the vehicle home then at that moment in time, right? How simple would it have been to say, okay, great. Well, now that you've gotten in this leather interior, captain's chairs and return, how simple would it have been? Hey, listen, we know you don't like red. We can actually send you directly a white one, or your husband might want a blue one. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of those. How simple would that have been?
It wouldn't have been hard. It would have been very simple because it's kind of like I saw what I wanted. It was just one in the color I wanted.
Wasn't in the same package.
It's kind of like you saw the car just in two separate cars.
Exactly.
Like you saw the outside of the one with the bench,
Right.
and that's white, and that looked great on the outside. And then you saw the interior of the red one, which is what I wanted. So so it's like you saw both of them just separate.
Right, exactly. You saw the vehicle that you wanted, just had to piece it together. So again, people, I just think it's so important that we understand that trust is, listen, you have nothing if you don't have trust. And I've said so many times that your show ratio is in direct proportion with how much people trust you, right? That's just how it works,
Absolutely.
right? And so again, if you don't have the trust, man, I'm telling you, you're going to have a hard time being successful in this business. So I understand the script says one thing, and I'm not telling you not to follow the script. I'm saying to use your brain, right? Not be a robot, be a human being and treat people how they should be treated, right? Let's create the customer experience that we will want for our mother, our father, whoever, someone, that's near and dear to us. Let's put a little heart into this thing. Does that make sense, people?
100%.
Any kind of closing statements you got for it, Tom?
Really, just another tactical thing that I've noticed that you can try to utilize, especially if you have a customer coming from a distance. Sometimes you have to look to play the long game. Don't always look for the quick flip. Look to play the long game, put the time in, put the work in, and then leave everything out in the field, as we like to say, and live with the results.
Yes,
like you said, you're not going to get everyone. But, put it all out there and live with those results.
Absolutely. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this gets the message across. Sean Bradley would 100%, just lock in with what we're saying. I'm not going to knowingly lie to a customer. I'll tell them there's no way that I'm going to knowingly tell somebody that a vehicle is available, knowing that it's not. That's just wrong. So again, it is what it is. And also remember the difference between being available and here on my lot. Again, you don't want to be deceptive, right? I'm telling the person that the vehicle is available, expecting them to understand the vehicle is available. But if they re-ask me, then I may have to clarify. Makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me too.
Awesome. So like I said, hopefully this was helpful. If you guys have any specific questions about this topic or any other topics, go ahead and reach out to us. We love these roundtable sessions. We want to have you guys involved in them. So send us a message to support@dealersynergy.com. Again, support@dealersynergy.com. And we'll answer your questions. Thanks a lot, everybody.
All right, guys.
Peace.